Right? Gut. I do have a gut. I got a little gut. A little pooch right there. All right. Okay, guys. Invite people to follow me. Follow me yourself if you haven't followed me. Okay. Do bike scopes. I used to do bike scopes, but it started to rain a lot, and it's getting dark when I ride. Usually about 4:30 in the morning, and I don't get done until about 6 sometimes. Hey, thanks, Audrey Brewer. Thanks for the invites. Bike me over some Chipotle. I tell you what, Chipotle is good. I'm a big fan of Cafe Rio, though. Waterproof cam. That's true. It's not just the rain, though. It's also actually, I leave early before the sun even comes up, and I ride back at night before it gets dark. I've thought about getting like a spotlight that goes up on my face, and we talk. I know, we'll do it. I used to call them do-ab session, doctors on a bike. I actually started my periscope riding, and I thought it was pretty unique. So anyways, whatever, man. So a lot of fun. Okay, anybody said any questions, we can talk, we can shoot. I've got some topics we can cover. Normal STEMI session, right? And we do stories, trending topics in medicine, current events, E, and then McGiver Medicine, which is one of my favorite, and we always end up with an inspirational. What's up, UER? I'm family practice, actually, but I'm wanting to do ER. Training to do rural ER is what I'm doing. Okay, so story time. 3rd year medical student, right? Las Vegas, Nevada. Bacon and cancer. Dude, that's what we'll get there. That's number T. The number T and the letter 7, right? Bipolar, yes. Okay, so story time, ready? Number 1, I was a 3rd year medical student in Las Vegas, Nevada, in ER, right? And ER, Las Vegas, you can imagine how crazy it is. Brain Entertainment just bought a light emitting diode machine, Paris. Hey, sweet. Good deal. Anyways, so we had this 17-year-old girl, and she was having difficulty breathing, right? She came in, hi, traffic cone, what's up? Okay, and she came in, she was having difficulty breathing. You walk in, you can see this side going up, this side not going up. Anybody use medicine? What do you think she got? She was tall, skinny, and thin, and she was a teenager. What do you think she got? First person to answer it wins. Give me some hearts. Ah, boom. Spontaneous pneumothorax. Sure enough. So she was having a hard time breathing, right? So now why I'll never forget this is because we put it in a chest tube. It was the left side. I'll never forget it. Doctor came in, right? What is your GPA on applications to med school? Terrible. Yep. Collapsed lung. Boom. Clap. Yay. Say something in Russian. Putin. That's all I know in Russian, right? That's the guy's name, Putin. So I guess that worked. I know nothing. Thanks for the inspiration. Privet. There you go. So anyways, so we put a chest tube in the left side. I remember under the 7th rib. We go on the top of the 7th and 8th rib. You don't want to hit the nerves and arteries, right? I've listened to a pneumothorax before, and the lack of sound is creepy, isn't it? It's like kind of Halloween-y, right? Anyways, but the reason I'm telling you this, because I'll never forget it, is that we put the lung in, but before drop the tube in. Before we drop the tube in, what in the brain do you think makes adults still believe in God? I think it's wired in us to believe in something, to have an optimistic faith. I'm having an exam on PTS. Hey, good luck, man. All the good vibes towards you. Okay, anyways, the reason I'm telling this story is the current resident, the ER resident that I was following, he said, you want to touch a lung? And he said, stick your finger in there. So I stuck my finger all the way up in there, and I caressed this lung. Caress sounds inappropriate, but I palpated this lung, right? And it was the craziest thing ever, because this was on a living person. I was touching a living organ, and it was so slimy and spongy feeling. Yeah, right, caress the lung. And I just remember being blown away, because I've loved anatomy. I was an anatomy tutor in undergrad, and anatomy just always fascinated me. And to feel this 3D mobile expanding lung, palpated doesn't sound as much better, right? That's wild. And I freaking loved it. It was so cool. And this girl was sitting here, and she was alive and just breathing. Obviously, she wasn't breathing fine, but she was interacting and talking. We had her semi-sedated. True that pneumothorax happens more often in tall white males than women. Yes, it is true. But the interesting thing about this person, we were using conscious sedation on this individual, and we'd given her some doses, and she wasn't really knocking out like the way we wanted to. And I think it was propofol we were using. And, and the doctor looks over, how many doses have we given her? And this girl, she must have been a math whiz, because she looks over, 75, you give me 3 doses, doc. And she is supposed to be knocked out. And I bet your daughters love you. Thanks. Winterstrand. Anyways, and we all stopped. We're like, are you kidding me? We were giving her an amount of dose that should have knocked out a horse, right? And this was a tall, skinny, tiny girl, and she was just ripping through the MJ. Yeah, Michael's milk, right? And she did the math. That's how conscious he was. You've done 75 or something like that. I think that's what it was. All right, okay. So that's my story. Okay, trending medicine, cancer and processed meat. Mind blown, right? I grew up on, raise your hand or give me some hearts if you grew up on mac and cheese and hot dogs, right? And bacon. I mean, that was a staple. It was cheap. I grew up with six sisters and one brother. If you tell me to give up bacon, I will follow you. I know. But, okay, all it does though, I actually looked at the reports, right? Okay, it's a grade 1, group 1 carcinogenic, okay? So it's actually the worst carcinogenic you can have because it shows direct correlation. You have this, it increases your risk of this. And that is you have processed meat, including bacon. It increases your risk for colon and colorectal cancer, 18%. Isn't everything? I grew up on that too, but not my kids. I woke up this morning and my left side and the upper lip was swollen. Left side, upper lip was swollen. Probably a bed bug. You could have an abscess underneath. Watch it, put some ice on it, compress it, and if it doesn't go down, you need to go check it out. Allergies as well could be an issue. You could have scratched it and caused a little cellulitis. If you have any fevers or redness, swelling, or any discharge, you need to go check it out, okay? Anyways, so it increases at 18%, and the amount is daily. It actually says 50 grams, so that's about 2 ounces, which is about 1/4 of a cup, okay? I had a whole foods, all organic diet. I know egg, pig, my bacon comes from. Yeah, so awesome. If you can afford living that healthy, that's great. Can fibromyalgia be cured? Fibromyalgia is a beast, you know, and it's really something we're just chasing. You know, it's really symptomatic treatment. My internet sucks. I might have to see your answer later. Can't stay. All right, man. Sorry about that. Okay, cool, dude. Anyways, so it increases your chance 18%. And I agree. Someone said doesn't everything. And I agree 100%. There's so many freaking things that increase your risk of dying. So should you stop eating bacon? If you want to decrease your risk of colon cancer 18%, yes, you should stop it. If you're okay with your odds, if there's colon cancer in your family, if you've got those issues, probably should maybe consider it. I bike to work. My chances of dying in a wreck or getting injured are higher than someone who might walk to work. Okay, is it worth eating cheaper chicken? Again, that's back to you. It's financial. Cheaper chicken. Chicken's usually pretty clean, but if it's not processed, frozen is actually good. Just eat uncured bacon. True. LOL. Okay with the odds. Boy, I don't know. Keep it clean, bros. Keep it clean or I'll block ya. Okay, is turkey bacon better? You know, they did not include turkey bacon into the report that I saw, but turkey bacon is a processed meat. They actually grind up turkey and a bunch of other parts, and then they just paste it down to make it look like it. It's in the nitrates. Yeah, the method of processing it seems shadier than the meat itself in the bacon. Hello. All right. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Events. Okay, next event is, so E in our STEMI, when education and entertainment comes at you like a heart attack. Pop, pop, pop. Anyways, is our video of this policeman taking this female, African-American female, and flipping her over her desk and dragging her outside. But it's not in the news. Processed food is the best option. Yeah, exactly. Processed food is no bueno. In so defensive of my bacon. I love bacon. Are you kidding it? I probably won't stop, honestly. Cancer's not in my family. I don't eat too much of it. And I'm not going to say no probably if I have a chance, you know. Anyway, so the video, the trending event is the video shows this African-American student being dragged across by the police officer, which was terrible. You watch it and you're like, that's horrible. I mean, if you want bacon enough, just kill the pig yourself and make it. That's right. And you definitely know it's not processed. The cop was way over the top and definitely angry issues. That girl was here in South Carolina. It was pretty rough, right? Pretty disturbing. So what I like to do is I'm the devil's advocate, right? You watch that and it looks horrible, okay? But the thing that I want to make the point is I want to discuss is that the issue that we have with authority today, especially with teenagers, obviously the cop overstepped the line. I saw that on the news today. The female shouldn't have been avoiding the rest, though. So exactly, and that's my issue. Hopefully they'll let the case play out. The issue that we have today with that is horrible, that no respect for authority. If a child doesn't respect a police officer, there's not much more levels up, right? if this person has lack of respect for just a police officer, there seems to be an issue with that individual. Now, obviously, she has a right to stay and sit there. But I don't know. There's so much stuff going on with that, and there's so many venues, and all we see is what's presented to us on this phone. You don't know the backstory. We know very little about this person's childhood. We don't. Disrespect should never ever yield violence. So absolutely, it shouldn't. And that, I'm not. So again, that cop stepped over the line. But you cannot not agree with that if a person is more willing to stand up and has said, okay, I don't have anything to hide, I get to sit there, like there are proper procedures. Yeah, absolutely. And the cop should have just walked away, and there should have been different approaches to this individual for sure. Never done. Are you kidding me? Violence like that is horrific. I'm just trying to look at what we can learn from this. And what I can learn from this is that we need to continue to teach our children about proper respect and how to respect authority. He's done this before. There's 2 lawsuits against him. Yeah, so it sounds like he's, Michelle says, hello, you are under intense scrutiny today. Hurrah, what's up, guys? Oh, hey, Michelle, what's up? How are you? Exactly, home training starts at home. It'll be interesting to get the statements of their kids in time. He's not perfect. Going to try. I've seen you in every scope I've watched today. Respect is important, adequate. Hey, Michelle, how are you? So we're talking about the police officer that drugged the child. We're just talking about, oh shoot, I just got a text. Okay, I gotta get going. Anyways, so what's it talking about? Anyways, moving on. So that's current events. Okay, so McGiver Medicine. So this is one of my favorite ones, okay? So McGiver Medicine is our M in STEMI, right? So this is more for ER people, okay? But I do like these STEMI sessions because you aren't scared of the controversial answers. I love it, man. Obviously, I don't know the answers to everything, and but I like discussion. And I know it's one-sided because I'm talking, but you guys are texting back. But I learn a lot from this because, I don't know what people are thinking in South Carolina. I don't know what people are thinking in Russia and Australia. So I really like these because I can get what you guys are thinking. By the way, the police officer is a bodybuilder. I got good. Any ideas of the effects of electronic cigarettes? Lesser 2 evils. We understand I was going to ask, but it's still evil, right? He's had 2 against him. He wasn't guilty in the first one, and the second hasn't gone to trial. Okay, so McGiver Medicine. Okay, this is what I call the Quang Crunch. Quang Crunch. So we are intubating a person. We're trying to do an LP on a patient, right? And so this is anybody who's in healthcare and you've got someone who's drunk and won't listen or won't respond. Okay, what you do is you take 2 bed sheets, you tie them in a knot so they're super long. Okay, you wrap that bed sheet around the person's head, and then behind his knees, 1, 2, and then go through the bed rail, tie it, and then you twist it, and that'll crunch up your patient, giving them a sweet, perfect cat back, and then you can LP them. So I was taught to this by Dr. Kwong in Riverside, California. Freaking awesome, okay? So you can use it when you have a combative or someone who's completely drunk or an obese patient that they're not, working very well. Okay, that is horrible. Still someone's child. Brain is not completely developed. That was horrible. This is still, I'm not sure where that came from. Okay. So that's our McGiver Medicine for the day. Watching LPs make me so lightheaded. Yeah, they can be. What about just handcuffs? Yeah, for sure, you can use handcuffs. Not like a severely person who's combative like that, because they can wiggle out of it. But my wife, keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. Keep it in the bedroom. All right. Okay. So last one, I gotta go. This is inspirational. Okay. This is their STEMI session. This is the eye of STEMI, right? They look so barbaric. LOL. Okay. So the inspiration. This is where I ask you, what's your favorite quote? Type them out. And then while I'm telling you my favorite quote. So today's quote is from Sir. There's a guy, I don't know, maybe some of you have talked to him. There's a guy, he used to play basketball. His name is Michael something Jordan. He had some number 32, I think. Was that right? Just kidding. 23. I want to hear your opinion on sarcoidosis. Enjoy the night. Be safe. I would. Okay, we'll save that for another post. You're awesome, man. Thanks for the great scope. Okay, last one, inspiration. Michael Jordan. He said, what he said. He's like, I failed over and over and over again. That's why I've succeeded. Okay, guys, failure is just a bump, man. Don't let it stop you. Okay, nobody decides if you fail or not, but yourself. Okay, failure is never a period. The end. It never is. Okay, it's just a stop. people set benchmarks. You have to get this score to pass. You have to accomplish this thing. It's all relative. And if you decide to keep moving, you didn't fail. You just stumbled. Okay? True story. My favorite quote, outside of the dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside the dog is too dark to read. Pretty good. Thanks for another great quote. All right. I gotta go. I gotta go ride. It's raining like a beast out there. I don't know if Michelle, you're still there. I sure love you. Okay. Thanks for another great quote. Thumbs up. Thanks, dude. So cool. My quotes are all too long. Think a powerful one. You share some, Asian cookie, fortune cookie quotes. All right, ride safely. Guys, gotta go. Bye.